We are back for another one. And oh today here on Backstage Pass, we have a special guest today, man. We try to do this at least once a week, maybe even twice a week. Try to get in here and talk to some dope independent artists out here, man. So my guest tonight, he's one of those behind the scenes architects, a producer, an engineer, and a creative. And he say he about to start doing his own artist thing out of Chicago, who's been steadily putting in that work, man. He ain't chasing no shortcuts. He ain't chasing no trends. He's doing his thing, man. If you've heard of the full Eclipse album with Words and Clue Rock, or if you've tapped into SMG Jimmy's dope production sounds and how he puts it down, if you pay attention to studios, to sounds, to artists that really come together, then you already know his fingerprint is all through Chicago. He's worked with artists like Do or Die, SMG Jimmy, SMG Magic, Words, Clue Rock, everybody. He built the hit shop from the ground up. He's put his own recording studio, shall I say, and he pulls the curtain back for all of us when he does his Behind the Mix series, man. Tonight we're gonna get into the real deal around here, man. We want to talk real music, we want to talk studio talk, we want to talk the whole nine. So we got a special guest with us. It's the one and only Chicago's own AQ RunItBack.
What's up, my boy? Thanks for having me, man.
Oh man, thank you for coming, man. You know what I'm saying? We in the building, man. We just trying to have a good time tonight. Want to chop it up with you. You know what I'm saying? Find out what you got going on and just tap in.
Yeah, I love the introduction, man. Thank you.
Hey man, I bring people on here because I like their style, I like what they doing, I like I admire people's work and I like to listen to what they do. And you've been really putting in work, man. For those who don't know, I met AQ through Triple T's rundown. If you don't know, check it out. Triple T has a rundown where they do a music competition. People get to put their music up against each other every week, see who got the best songs, man. And AQ is one of the judges on the show, as well as kind of doing some engineering and producing for some of the people on the show. So tell me how you even got connected into that, man.
Jimmy, he was asking me for a while to jump on there, and I couldn't find the time to do it. So I finally decided, I'm like, you know what, let me do it. Let me jump on here with them and see what's up. So that's how I got into it with SMG Jimmy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. S&G Jimmy, he's a dope artist as well, man. Actually, how did you meet S&G Jimmy? Because I know he says you do a lot of his production or like a lot of his engineering and stuff.
Yeah, so I met Jimmy through a mutual friend of his. He had came to the studio, brought one of his artists, and then I guess he told Jimmy about me, and Jimmy booked a session, and from that first session till now, we've been working together. It's been like 3 or 4 years now.
Yeah, man. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. Now we need to get a little breakdown of who AQ RunItBack really is, man. So, man, let me find out, man. First of all, break it down. Who are you? What do you do? And where do you come from, my guy?
First, I'm a father. You know what I mean? I got 4 beautiful children. Um, Man, I've been making music for about 20 plus years. Um, uh, Started as an artist, then switched and transitioned to production. I didn't really understand production very well. I didn't know how to construct a beat or how to count bars. So so I jumped into engineering. Yeah, I was introduced uh, to music late. I was like maybe a senior in high school. I had a buddy
Okay.
of mine that invited me to go to a studio session, and I didn't think music was something that you could do. So I went into a session, and yeah, I walked in there and I seen how everybody was just in the room, vibing out and creating music, and I was like, man, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And since that day, I haven't looked back. Yeah, I've been just grinding ever since.
Okay, okay. It just AQ running back. Where did that name even come from?
Well, it was one of my artists, like in the studio. That's all I say, and just run it back, do it again, run it back, do it again. So yeah, he was like, yeah, we're gonna. Hey, he did a tag for me. He's like, AQ run it back. That's your name. I was like, it makes sense. I go by equality, but AQ run it back is just like the slogan. But yeah, that's
Okay.
all that came about.
That's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope, man. So now you coming out of Chicago, man. What what kind of household did you grow up in terms of music wise? What kind of music was being played in your house when you grew up, man?
Well, I'm Puerto Rican, so like most of the music that was played in my home was like just salsa, merengue. Like my family really my moms and pops didn't really listen to music like that. Um, but I remember as a kid, I don't know if you remember the box. It was like
Hmm.
where you
Yeah.
type in the number of the
Hell
video
yeah.
you want to see and it pops up.
Going down.
Yeah, so I mean, my music, I didn't even know. It's crazy because when I was a kid, my grandfather gave me a tape recorder, and I would record everything, like the 9 at 9 on the radio, the best songs, and then I would just record everything and play it back. I used to record
Yeah.
conversations and stuff like that. So, like that's how I didn't know, that it's crazy. Like as a kid till now, I'm still hitting record. It's crazy, but yeah. In my household, it was just not really a lot of music going on, but I was always in tune into like the radio and the late night TV, the box and stuff like that, MTV and stuff like that. So yeah,
All right. So then you say you kind of met some people, and then you kind of really started getting into the music thing.
yeah, I knew. Yeah, I met my buddy started making music, and then he introduced me to go to. I mean, invited me to go to the studio, and I went with him, and yeah, not till later on though.
Yeah. So how did you kind of get to that moment where you was like, man, I'm really finna just kind of start producing songs for people, or did you start doing it for yourself, or how did that start?
Yeah, I started for myself. Like I said, I dabbed into production, and I couldn't understand it, and I couldn't construct the beat fully. Um, so I jumped into engineering because that's what my buddy needed. He needed somebody to record. So we started, with a simple software, a computer mic, and from that I just developed a passion for it. And it's just, growing up wasn't easy. So I feel like just dabbing into music, it kind of blurred everything out. Reality and
Yeah,
music kind of helped me stay. It was like a therapy for me. So even to this day, when I make music, it's like it helps me get through my day.
man. Okay, okay. So did you now what was what is the first song you recorded, your own first song for yourself, or did you go to the studio? What happened with that?
Yeah, first song was recorded by myself. At the house with
Yeah,
a
yeah,
computer and Acid Pro. I don't know what the hell I was doing. I don't remember my
yeah. Man, I
first
feel
song. It
you.
wasn't good though.
No, I feel it. I feel it. I
Yeah.
remember. I remember the first time I tried to do a song. Man,
Uh-huh.
we was trash.
It was
We
just so
tried to do
dope
that.
to. It's just fascinating to me, like to be able. It's like a photograph or a video. It's like
Yeah,
something that you could. It's a time stamped, and you could always go back and listen to it.
yeah. One of my partners, he got an 8 track, and he bought an 8 track recorder,
Hmm.
and we just and so he figured it out, and so we was just he figured out how to put like 3 tracks of music on one track, so he could
Damn.
have it layered.
Hmm.
Uh, ASR 15.
Hmm.
So he would kind of make like a sound with like sounds on one track, put on one track, and then, then it was about three of us, so we all get one track.
That's dope. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't mess
so,
up. You gotta rehearse that
oh
before
no,
you
man,
did
that
it.
was the days, man. That's when you
uh-huh.
had to figure it out, boy.
Yeah, yeah.
Now you had to redo that whole thing over again.
Uh-huh.
Wasn't no punching in on that.
Nah, man, that's dope.
All right, so let me ask you, when was like that first moment when you was like, man, I'm I'm good at this. Like I got this, bro. Like I'm on it.
Man, to be honest, they were like a year ago.
Like that, huh?
Yeah, I've always been critical of my work, and like not till now is like I've been locked in my four walls. I don't really like network with any other producer, engineers, and I just been focusing on developing my ear, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't taught this. I learned from scratch from the mud, and like sometimes I even doubt myself. Like man, I don't feel like I'm good enough to be competing with anybody. But now it's like I hear a song that someone sends over, and I'm like, and I'll listen to my mix to it, and I'm like, man, yeah, I'm up there now, man. I'm kind of
So,
killing it
yeah.
a little bit, and I'm still, not to say, I still got a long
I
way to
mean,
go. I'm still
yeah, I feel
learning,
you, but
but
you gotta at some point you gotta acknowledge that that you got something there going, huh? That's
yeah,
real talk though. Like, but no, it's cool though, man. Hey, and that probably being that humble is probably the reason why your shit's so banging though, because you know what I'm saying. That's what happens too. If you so humble about your own shit, that just pushes you to get better. Sometimes people get complacent, like I'm the shit. I got this. So
right,
that's
yeah,
dope, man.
yeah,
That's
man.
dope. Now, what would you classify the type of music that you make, work with, even with the full eclipse? What would you classify that music as? What is the
Um, well, I mean, I dabble with everything. I do rock, I do country, hip hop, I do reggaeton, I do a little
okay?
bit of everything, So, uh, as far as the Eclipse album, that's hip hop to the core. And it's crazy because growing up, I wasn't really into hip hop, so it wasn't something that I was like, into till now. Till I met Clue and Words, they're really heavy in that. So not till recently I started doing hip hop. I normally really work on trap or reggaeton or stuff like that, but I just recently got into hip hop, and I'm kind of glad because there's a lot of people make rules to music and how it should sound. Like
Yeah,
for me, there shouldn't be any rules. It should be an open canvas, and you turn something that's supposed to sound like it's supposed to sound, not make it sound like hip hop, but kind of mix it in and do a little bit of them hard hitting drums and them 808s mixed in it, and I feel like that kind of brings a whole different not genre but like feel to the music. So yeah, that's pretty much what I
okay.
classify that
Now,
hip hop trap type of sound.
yeah. Now, I didn't know. So I didn't know you did all that other type of music. Like, so is that kind of what you started in the some of the other type of music, the reggaeton and some of that other stuff?
Yeah, I started with like trap, hip hop, but
Yeah,
I was more like I had a lot of like family and friends that were into like Spanish reggaeton stuff. So I started with the hip hop, then it got heavy with Spanish music, and then it was funny because a lot of guys would hit me up. He's like, "Hey man, you record English hip hop?" I'm like, "Man, music is universal. It don't matter." So I wouldn't get a lot of hip hop artists because everybody seen I was doing Spanish stuff. But yeah, I
yeah.
mean, it started off like trap, hip hop music to Spanish, and then now I'm doing all of it.
I will speak to that, man, because you got your own studio. What's the name of the studio? How long you been going? What's going on with that?
Yeah. So I remember it's been 20 plus years, and uh, when I was looking in the past, when I would look for an apartment, we had to pay more because I would have to have an extra bedroom for my studio. So we always had
Yeah,
to pay more money because we needed that extra bedroom. But yeah, I got a house and I had the studio in the basement. Um, but I wasn't able to just bring anybody there, So
Yeah.
I felt like I was kind of like restricting myself to grow and growth because of that. So I need, build some courage to be like, you know what, let me get a studio. I got a small space at first and build the studio from scratch there. And, I felt like I started growing from that when I moved out my house. And yeah, I mean, it's been uh, I had a full time job before. I did full time for 13 years, full time work and full time
Yeah.
music. After work, music, and I finally got the courage to leave the 9 to 5 and pursue like doing this full time. I think it was in 2020 is when I left the
Oh,
job. Yeah,
that's
during
dope.
COVID. Yeah, and it's crazy because during COVID it was booming. I had people in the studio. Everybody
Yeah, I'm
maxed
sure.
up, but
Yeah.
it was and yeah, and then I moved around the city. I think it was like 3 or 4 times. It was just the city's really rough, man. Like I record anybody. I don't care your affiliation or whatever you got going on outside the studio. My door's open to anybody, and
Yeah.
a couple studios where I was getting problems because some of the guys there didn't want a certain person to be in the building and whatever, just street drama. So
Oh, shit.
I was forced to move my studio 3 or 4 times. And I decided, you know what, I don't want to be in a space where there's other recording studios. I feel like a lot of people want to come to a place where it's intimate and they don't have to really run into anybody when they leave or when they come. So
Hmm.
yeah, so I've been here now at this spot for about 5 years now. But prior to that, I had a recording studio where I was there alone. It was like a storefront behind the storefront. And yeah, I had issues there. Like I had guys from the
Yeah.
neighborhood spray
I
painting the
bet.
whole building, knocking my cameras,
Yeah.
like just a bunch of drama.
Yeah.
But
You buy a liquor store is no bueno. I
yeah,
already know.
so
That combination of liquor store and the studio, I don't think
yeah,
that's a good
and there
combination,
was a
man.
club. There was a club right
Oh,
besides like a small little like bar slash club on the side.
oh
So
no. Oh no.
yeah, so I was getting issues with just like gang members in the area too.
Yeah. Plus,
It's
people gonna
crazy.
go. Hey, come down to the bar right here while I'm at the
Hmm.
studio. Just bring a lot of extra with that, though. I'm
Yeah, too
sure.
much. Yeah, so I
Yeah.
finally found a spot 5 years ago um, by my where I used to live. Um, literally at 5 minutes, I would take my daughters to their baseball games, softball games, and there was a factory across the street. It was vacant for
Yeah.
many years, and I I was like, man, I wonder if that building's ever gonna open, and if they do, would I be able to get a spot there? So finally, years later, there was a sign in the front of the building, like
Yeah.
lease your office space. So I called, and because everywhere you go, I've tried so many places, like you say you're gonna do a recording studio, and there's like this this stigma with studios that it's just drugs and drinking and just problems. So everywhere I called, I never was able to get a spot. So yeah, I called this place up and I asked him, is a space suitable for a recording studio? And sure enough, he said yeah. And I moved the studio here, and I've been here for 5 years. It took me about 2 months to build. Me and a buddy of mine, while I was still in my other spot, and we got it done. And yeah, I've been here ever since. So yeah, studio's always been the his shop. Um, at one point, I switched the name to On Point Studios, but I came back to the his shop, and yeah,
Yeah, man. Man, hey, that's dope, man. Actually, that's dope that you kind of got your own studio and you've been able to kind of do that for that long, man. Because I know a lot of times it's hard. I actually had my own studio. Like I said, I had it at a house where everybody lived,
mm-hmm,
And it's like you said, after a while, you like, I can't bring
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
y'all over here. I can't have
Mm-hmm.
y'all up in my shit like that. So, so I definitely understand what you're talking about. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, damn, that's a dope story. But I'm gonna just tell you right now, your studio is off the hook, bro. Like
Thanks, man. Thank you. I
honestly,
appreciate it.
like I've seen it. So where did you even come up with the idea of your behind the series where you kind of show your studio and everybody kind of get in there? Where did you come
Um,
up with
I
that idea?
kind of came organic, man. You know, like as an audio engineer, producer, like you don't people don't know who you are. You know, people don't. You know, a lot of times you don't get credit for the work that you do. So I was like, let me. You still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm
Okay.
here.
So I'm like, man, you know what? Let me create something that people see. You know, like the experience of what it is to be in the studio. You know, and get to see the behind the music or behind the mix. You know, I call it behind the mix because you know, like I started doing these videos and like I give people a little glimpse of the song while we're recording, and then the actual song when it's fully done, mixed and mastered, and that gives like you know people that just listen to music like damn that's how music is done, that's how it happens, because a lot of the times like we don't you don't see a face for a producer engineer. So my whole goal for that is like I'm gonna push myself as an artist because I'm an artist. So I'm gonna promote myself. I'm gonna push myself as much as I can to be the face. I want people to see me and know
Yeah.
what I'm doing and how much work and how a song sounds before I touch it. You know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of people don't understand and see that, or you know.
No, definitely. What? Let me ask you a question. What, I know you have this album, Full Eclipse, with Words and Clue Rock. Like, how did you kind of link up with them guys? Like, if y'all don't know, Words was a killer on the rundown. He won the whole competition. Lyricist out of this world. And so, where did you meet these guys at?
So I met. I actually I went to school with Words. You know, we never really like you know crossed paths in high school, but I went to school with Words. But there was a mutual friend of ours that we went to school with too, and he does music also. He let give me 1 second. Sorry about that. So yeah, it was a mutual friend. He uh, put me onto Words, or he put Words onto me. Words hit me up. We worked on a few tracks, and it just you know since then we've been working with each other. And the same thing with Clue. Clue was a mutual friend of Words, and Word put him on to me, and then we've been working. So that's how we all crossed paths to a mutual friend.
Oh, okay, yeah, because excuse me, but yeah, man, I those those dudes, I listened to that Full Eclipse album, man. I'm just gonna tell you right now, they was spitting, man, and they
Thanks.
barred up, man. So I'm like, well, where you run into some guys like this that really just kind of spitting? Because I don't hear that much. I don't
Mm-hmm.
from from our folk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I hear a lot of you
Mm-hmm.
know rat tat tat tat, you
Yeah.
know, and the
Yeah.
bull.
Uh-huh. My whole goal, like they had worked on a project. It's called Speech for the Poor. Um, and they kind of like they 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 pitched the idea of me to mix it, you know, and I was like, hell yeah, no, I'll mix it for you guys, you know, it's dope. So I mixed that project for them, and then I was like, you know, why don't we for the next project, you know, connect and work on a project together at the studio, you know, so that way we get full, you know, quality and everything straight, you know, clean audio into the Pro Tools, and we'll create, I'll produce everything, and I'll record everything, and we'll just push out this project. That's how that came about. And yeah, my whole goal, because these guys are talented, you know, and I feel like hip hop now is kind of like, you know, overshadowed, or people don't really appreciate it, you know, like it should be. And I was like, what can
Yeah,
I do? what can I do? Because I work with all types of artists. You know, I work with trap artists and I have a bunch of young people coming here all the time. I work with a bunch of young guys. You know, so I'm like, man, what can I do? Like, I really want these guys to get recognition and people see how talented they are, you know. So I'm like,
Yeah.
man, let's do something. Like, let's take it. Y'all taking me out of my comfort zone. I'm gonna take you guys out your comfort zone. Let's do something hybrid, something that sounds like hip hop, but it still has the sound of today. So that was my whole goal with them is to let me push these artists and see how far we can go with this hip hop stuff, and see where we can get with it. Because I feel like hip hop is something that it's I don't know, it's not hip. I'm like, it's so dope to me, you know.
Yeah, no, definitely. I feel like we've been running away
Yeah.
from that type of sound, man. Like, I
Hmm.
know there's some good cats out here who can really get busy, man. And I be feeling like, people be having some good bars and all that stuff, and I like the catchy stuff. But
Hmm.
sometimes I just like when folks get busy, man, and just really just go to work and
Yeah,
put
man.
words in, man, and put together something clever, something with, that's what I appreciated the most. I think about words in the contest because I felt like um, the one cat when he came through doing the weekly thing, I thought that was dope. But I felt like when words took kind of ran with that, he kind of ratcheted up another level because it was more
Hmm.
like I'm going to like target you, and,
Hmm.
like I'm gonna get on your head and like really kind of like dissect you a little bit, you know.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, that was fun for me because I feel like, like I felt like, man, now it's like we can't play around. Like we gotta do stuff from like scratch and kind of like pick apart the your opponent, the person you're gonna go against, and not do something like in their style. They still do us, but like really step it up. And I felt like we were doing everything the day of. Like we'll get up, you know, at noon and record the song, master it,
That
and
that
send
that
it. You
is
know what I mean?
doper though. Honestly, if y'all was doing it the same day, because I'm
Same
thinking
day,
like
mixing, mastering, everything, same day.
we went back and I had when I had words on here, we was listening to one of them, and I was like, damn, that was actually doper than I thought it was that night. I
Mm-hmm.
was saying, oh, the one, yeah, the wax.
The House of
That's
Wax.
the one
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
where he was like, where he kind of changed up. He's like, oh, I'm gonna
Yeah.
change it up. He had like a little chant, like, now I'm gonna fuck
Uh-huh.
you up. Like I
Yeah.
told you
I
son.
told I told them, I'm like, for the last song we're gonna have to do something where you talking about something personal. Like make I feel like the wow factors was gonna catapult you to win that. You know what I mean? Because like it started off okay. It's all right. It's cool. Which he's talking about some life shit and what he's been through and his experience, and then all right, now let's get back to competing. And the beat switches up
Yeah,
and it just comes in hard. It's the
yeah.
last thing you hear, so it's kind of it stays in your head. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, as I was telling him, I didn't fully hear that chant right when he switches in. It's like he said
Uh
something about, I told you something by myself. Now I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm like, oh
huh.
shit,
Yeah.
this motherfucker, you went crazy, and then he
And
went crazy.
it's crazy because we kind of did like the first layer of vocals was like switching the mood,
Yeah, switching the
and then
mood.
right when it's about to come in, I had him doing some loud yelling voices to like,
Yeah,
and then the verse comes in.
yeah, man. I love that type of shit, man.
Yeah.
I'm a big like musician. I love just the technical parts of it. Is
Hmm.
man, I love being in the studio, man. Like I said,
Yeah.
it's like I can't. It's when it comes to like either the video or the studio shit. I get so lost in either one that I can't like. I really can't do both of them at the same time a lot of times because
Hmm.
I get so lost in one.
Yeah.
Like when I start getting into music shit, I can't even. I be forgetting how to use the camera. I can't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do
Yeah.
nothing no more. I've been shooting since I was 18.
Yeah.
I go 3 months. I start doing some music. I won't even touch the camera 3 months. I
Yeah,
can't
that's
even
how it
do
be.
shit.
Yeah, that's how it be. I'm forced. I got to, man. Like It's crazy because I've always had a camera with me too, like in the studio
Yeah,
record. I got clips from when I started recording in the studio, so it's crazy. I've always had a camera in my hand to document everything. But like you're right, like it's hard kind of to bounce around, and that was my issue for a long time. I wanted to be a producer, but I was like, man, I got to focus on one thing and get this, down packed, and then move on to the next thing. And that's how I've approached everything that way. Let me spend some time on this and get it down pat, and then let me move into the camera stuff, and then learn that, because then I won't neglect this.
hmm yeah, man. I mean, hey, like I said, you're. Do you shoot videos for people, music videos and stuff like that, or
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I actually do. Yep.
yeah?
Shoot
Because
videos, yep.
that would
That
that would
last, the last video that I shot, I shot that for Words. The one, what was the song name? Uh, what was it called? That's what Ed Jean. It was the one with like the green fonts. I forgot the.
yeah. I can't remember that
Well,
one,
he
but
was
I
in
know.
the booth, and there was smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that
Okay.
video for him.
Oh, okay.
It was simple, but it looked clean, looked good.
Yeah. Definitely be looking good, man. I told you, I saw somebody. I don't know if it was him or somebody recording in that shit. I was like, this motherfucker in Star Trek or some shit. This shit like a
Spaceship.
spaceship. I was like,
Yeah,
what the fuck? It's
yeah,
green.
man. It's my cockpit, man.
All this shit going on, all these trinkets and shits in the
Uh
front. Like,
huh.
damn,
This
it's
how
like
this is
Star
how
Wars.
you sell it. This is how you sell the studio. I
Oh,
mean,
I already know.
I've seen guys with dope studios, but they can't get the music down packed. They don't have the ear. So I feel like like this is what It's like the eye candy. Like, oh shit, this looks dope.
Yeah, no,
Selling it.
I'm if I was out there, I'd be like, I'm going to that studio. He can't be looking like that and don't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, you know what I'm saying? Because out here in San Francisco, usually studios that look like yours, they know what they're doing. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? They fucking with them professional motherfuckers when they come out here to record. So,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm like, damn. I was like, damn. I've been in some of them studios. That's why I'm like, oh, you got some shit going on over there. So,
Thank you, man.
indeed.
I still got more to go. This is dope, but I'm envisioning something a little bigger than this. It's my dream to have a building where I have multiple studios. Studio A, B, C, and have a section for videography. I went out to a studio out in Atlanta. It's called Bravo Ocean Studio, and they had a decent. It wasn't that big, and they had the studio split up. The A studio was the biggest studio, and then B was the decent sized studio, medium sized studio, and then they had a small production room. And then within that space, they had a stage where they'll do like, uh, listening parties on the weekend, and they had a kitchen in there,
Mm.
and it was really nice, man. So I saw that, and I'm like, man, that's what I want, man. I want to have a space of my own where I could have other engineers and producers under my wing that I can show the
No,
ropes to, and we could all like make music.
no, I hear you though. Hey, that's real talk. Though. That's where that's where actually get a lot of new shit going too. Bring some new engineers that gonna bring their own people in and
Yeah.
put shit together though. Really, it's dope. Kind of like that makes sense. Kind of like a barbershop. You get your own
Yeah.
barbershop. You get
Mm-hmm.
in there that you train how to cut hair the right way and
Mm-hmm.
do the right way and shit. Yeah, no, that's dope though, man. Hey, like I
Yeah.
said, I be saying, I'm like, damn. Like I said, if I was recording, I definitely have to come fuck with you, especially with the track record. I say SMG Jimmy, even at the SMG Magic song, that shit was
Uh-huh.
fire.
Yeah, I mixed. I produced a song for Jimmy that Twitster was featured on. I mixed that song. I mixed the song for Jelly Roll. I've done all the stuff that Jimmy's done, all his features I've worked on. He has a song with Do or Die that I mixed too. Yeah, I've been working with a lot of people. And before all that, I worked with an artist named Lo Fo. He was really big in Chicago. I don't know what happened to him, but he became real big in Chicago. And I also work with LV the God. He's pretty big out here in Chicago as
Oh, yeah,
well.
I know
And
who
I've
it
been
is.
I've
Yeah.
been working. It's crazy because all these artists that I've worked with, we started at zero. I've developed a sound with them. Like even with
Mm.
Jimmy, the way he's delivering this music now wasn't the way he was doing it before. So it's dope because you can't do one without the other. Like you could have
Yeah,
you could be an artist and have your gear and at your crib and record yourself, but it's not the same when you got somebody on the other side of it telling you, I don't think you should do it that way. I think you should do it like this. I think we should add these voices in the background to kind of highlight that bar that you want to stand out. Like it's a lot more. I can't do my job without them, and I feel like it's vice versa. So I feel like all these artists I've worked with. I got a artist, Lady EXO, that I worked with. I just worked on a track for her on her album. I
yeah,
produced it. She's out from LA. Yeah, I remember her being in the studio and her kind of like, because she sings and she raps, and she was telling me, man, she was really frustrated. I don't know what to do. Like, should I rap or should I sing? I'm like, there's no pressure. Like,
yeah,
you can do both. Like, it don't matter. Like, do both. You're good at both. Do both. There's no rules, or there's no, you know, like you shouldn't put a wall in front of you. Like, just
yeah.
do whatever
Boundaries.
you feel. Yeah.
Yeah,
So she's been doing the rap stuff for a minute, and then now she's doing her. Now she got a big fan base, so now she's switching over to R&B, and it's something new that she's giving to her people now. So it's really dope. So yeah, like my point, like I've worked with artists that started off, and they've slowly, have developed and got some decent fan bases off of it. So I'm just waiting for that. Actually, I've been talking about plaques, and I want my plaque, and that's my goal to have a plaque. So it's crazy. This is this website called Muso.ai. So
yeah.
it's a it's a platform where they keep track of like producers and engineers credits. So like if you have songs out there that you don't have credit on, they find the song and they give you the credit for it. So recently I got an email, and I thought it was some scammy stuff. Everything, like they'll tell you they're gonna give you some and then
Yeah.
you gotta pay and shit. So I go in the email and I'm looking at it and it's telling me you've been selected. And there's like millions of producers and engineers. So what the company did, they selected 50 people out of all these people to give a special plaque to, and I was one of the 50 selected to be honored with the plaque. So I got
Oh,
my plaque
yeah.
coming in. I got my plaque coming in tomorrow, and across. I mean, I guess it's okay. I've seen people do more, but across all my tracks, I got over, I think, like 400 tracks that I've mixed on that
Dang.
platform. I've done more than that, a lot more, but out of 400 tracks, I've done like 35 million streams of all those
What?
tracks. Yeah, so I mean, it's a decent number. I've seen guys with billions and stuff, but 35 million is
Dude,
it's a lot,
that's hella good, bro.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, shit.
I'm getting my plaque tomorrow, and yeah, I gotta. All they asked me to do is take a picture with it, tag us in it, and add us as a collaborator, and we'll put you on our platform to get promo that So it's I got kind of, I was in a funk, and I've been going through a lot of stuff personally, and when I got that message, it kind of made my day.
I feel you though. Going
Yeah.
like kind of brought a
Mhm.
little something like, okay, I'm doing it for something.
Yeah,
This
at least somebody sees
some,
it, and gave me some type of recognition, and I've been working hard for a long time. So even as small as that, I take it. You know what I mean?
I heard that though, man. I
Yeah.
mean that it does feel good just to be recognized, especially
Yeah.
when you put in all that work, man. So
Hmm.
that's dope. That's dope as hell, man.
Yeah.
That's dope. Now let me ask you a question. Out of all those people that you work with, this is a great segue. Out of all those people, who do you think challenged you the most, creative wise? Who challenged you? Who put you to the test and made you really dig into your bag?
Um, to be honest, this last project that I did with Clue and Words, because and it's I feel like it's more than music. Like with them, it was more than that. Like I've never done hip hop really, so I had to really like, man, how am I gonna approach this? How am I gonna make a hip hop beat that they'll like, or that I can execute and make it sound dope? So, just I felt like it was for me personally, like that was the most that I've got pushed because, having to deal with your personal life and make music, it doesn't mix, like either you having trouble with your personal life and you just don't have the motivation to make music. This was one of those projects where like I grabbed all my emotion that I had and I poured it all on this project. And every Monday we'd get up in here and all of us were going through some stuff. So I feel like that kind of having that group of guys to talk to about our problems and how to deal with them and just putting everything on music into music was really therapeutic. So it helped me like really step my game up with not just mixing but production.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, because like I said, I listened to the whole thing. I liked it. I thought it was cohesive. I thought it was a full project. I thought everybody kind of came in and put their best foot forward on that, and really, it
Mhm.
was. You could tell that you guys really worked hard at trying to make a sound
Right.
and do something, man. So
Yeah.
hey, I
Even
love it,
down,
man.
yeah, down to the title, like, I was like, man, how can what should we call this, And I'm looking for like, who's the best like Puerto Rican hip hop artist, or because there's not very much of us, that Puerto Rican artists that that are mainstream, like Fat Joe and Pun and uh, Cuban League wasn't. I don't think it was Puerto Rican. I got to work with him too. Um,
Oh yeah. Mm.
yeah, but yeah, so I'm like, man, let me look into Big Pun. So I'm researching Big Pun, and before he got mainstream, he was in a group called Full of Clips, and I was like,
Ah,
there we go. That's what we're gonna call the project Full of Clips, and kind of like in
that's
respect for
dope.
Big Pun,
Yeah, that's hella dope. That's fly.
so that's how the name
Hell
came
yeah.
about.
I like that. I like that. That's real.
Hmm.
Now, was the project kind of something that you guys planned everything out before you even started recording, or it was kind of a feel kind of where you just kind of going
Yeah,
by feel?
like I feel like sometimes when you plan stuff, you kind of setting expectations, and when you don't meet those expectations, you kind of like you lose motivation. So I feel like, and I tell this with everybody, I know the business side of music is a whole different ball game. Like making music because you love making music and executing the project, and let's focus on that first, and then we'll think about like, all right, how we're gonna now execute the business side of the music. Because if you're thinking about the
Yeah,
business side of the music before you make the music, then it's putting a
yeah,
block in your road, because you're thinking too much about how much it's going to cost, and promotion and all this. I feel like let's focus on the music first. Let's do some dope shit, and put our feelings out here. And it's emotion. Music is all emotion, and I feel like
yeah.
if you
That's
worry
what I'm
about
thinking.
the business side of it first, then I feel like it's gonna lack. So yeah, we did the project first. Like we just came in here, did our music, and we had a plan. You know what I mean? We had a plan of how we were gonna approach it, but we really didn't like think about it much until it came down to like the final songs of the track.
Yeah, once you find out the stuff already
And we all
put together.
it was a learning experience for all of us, because I mean, the rollout could have been better, and we had a listening party. It turned out really dope. We had people here, like a lot of people in the studio listening to the music, and they loved it. So I feel like this just sets the bar for our next project. We learned what to do, what not to do. So the next project is going to be, even better, in my opinion.
Man, that's dope, man. So now, if there was one song on that album that represented you and just the whole full eclipse sound with all three, what song would that have been on there?
Um, I really like Lucid. I really like
Lucid.
Lucid, and I really like my intro. I did the intro on that.
Yeah, I
Like,
like the intro too.
yeah,
On the Trip Talk thing. It was
yeah,
pretty
kind of
dope.
like it was the whole idea of like the intro kind of connected to the outro. So like the intro was like hip hop dying, and me kind of like
Dang,
talking
bring it
to,
back to life.
yeah, you know. And
Yeah,
at the
I'm
end
not
of
gonna
the,
let you die.
yeah, so at the end of the project, the outro, it was kind of like, you know, like I use a bunch of sound effects to kind of uh, paint a picture of like a soul coming back into, you know, into the
Yeah,
body, kind of
into
like,
the
you know,
body.
yeah. But yeah,
Yeah,
that was the whole. Lucid is one of my favorite. What other songs are on there? Let me see. I'll tell you right now. Um, let's see here.
yeah. Because I liked which one was that I thought was dope. It was like one of the earlier ones. Like one of the first. I think it was like the second one or
Yeah,
the third one.
Rogue was dope too. Rogue was like one of those songs where like, you know, it's kind of
Yeah, I
like,
think
you know, you
Rogue. I
want to
like them.
disconnect from everything and everybody, and you just, you know, sometimes gotta just disconnect and
I think I
go
like that.
low.
Just like this too, though. Just like this. I
Oh,
like
just
that
like
one.
this. Yeah, yeah, that was dope.
Yeah,
Yeah, that one's got a bounce to it.
yeah. It's got a nice little bounce to that one. I like that.
And Cruise Control. I like Cruise Control.
Yeah, man. Well, here,
Yeah.
check this out, man. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and rock this loose one time, so that everybody can check out a little bit of sound. Get this. We're gonna let this rock. So AQ running back words and Clue Rock from the Full Eclipse album. This is Lucid. Let's check this out, man.
Tienes dos libretas. Yo tengo una maleta llena de letras que no son fake. Pa' ti, pa' tu compañía.
Want the whip with the emblem. For the ones that I lost in my mind, I remember them. Light up like Edison, roll up another just to take a dose of that medicine. Gotta be listening, move to the beat of my drum, I'ma always be different. The noise keep voicing the doubts in my head, but somehow they keep lessening. Been on my own grind and in my own time, I try to level up some more. Cause if I don't try, then it's a bold lie, so I level up a little more. They spinning the block like it's Mario Kart, with funerals finished and burial starts. But this is the pain that created the arts, and fire the trees when we break them apart. Don't speak to many cause you can't be trusted. You ain't surviving, prepare to be hunted. God is a potter, I pray to be sculpted. Blueprint, look at what I constructed. Limited time on this earth, ignorance primitive, minds be at work. Deliver a message when I write a verse. Disfigure the mic till I find what it's worth. Trapped in a booth full of solitude. Answer the call if your purpose is calling you, smoking it down. Floating on clouds, I shatter the skies, I'm falling through. I'm building the path till I'm reaching the peak. My motive is clear anytime that I speak. If you are the future looks bleak. Broom to the feet cause we came for the sweep. I'm switching my mood, I'm taking a cruise. I keep it 800, my credits improved. Don't ever forget it, we paid them dues. We ain't running no miles inside of my shoes. Don't get it confused. Don't get it confused. I'ma always show love and give you respect. You caught in a jam, I might write a check, but I am from there, been watching your steps. I know the next move, fact I'ma call check. You ain't got no clue. Don't get it confused. Ay. This here's cause and effect. I'm built for this, ready like ballers in check. No, I never fought or regret, but it all on the line like a war-hardened vet. I've been given the order, the shit on recorders like none of you niggas is stressed. Cause the shot, I can't put that to rest. I got dots, I'm still trying to connect. So you telling me famo got hit in the driver chase through with no thing, let me guess. Instead of dropping them off, you go back to the hood, tell me that shit ain't SUS. I found out mine SOS. I ain't even about violence, but when it's familiar, I'm invited like be my guest. Fake back shit, give me the press. We living in a new wave, in a new age. Made it out the maze, God be praised. Flip a new page, it's a new day. See the smoke haze like some wolf grays. Any given day, life been crazy. Stay in my bag, no TSA. I love my team, but I'm self-made. See my 8 streams, Bodie getting paid. Lord by my side, walking on the tide. Try to exit us, it's a slow climb. Few years ago, I was running orders like I'll be there in no time. Off of the plot, I learned how to let shit go like it or not. And one day my shit gon' be heard at the top. Got my foot on the gas and I'm running through stops. You mad cause you switching my mood, I'm taking a cruise. I keep it 800, my credits improved. Don't ever forget it, we paid them dues. We ain't running no miles inside of my shoes. Don't get it confused. Don't get it confused. I'ma always show love and give you respect. You caught in a jam, I might write a check, but I am from there, been watching your steps. I know the next move, fact I'ma call check. You ain't got no clue. Don't get it confused. Don't get it confused.
Man, hey, that's on fire, bro. I like that. I
Thanks,
like
man.
that one. Yeah,
Thank
that
you.
was fire. I like I like their flows. Their flows complement each other. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they flow. The flows just kind of go together. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Yeah.
It's just kind of like they've been rhyming together for years.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
like that.
And that's
Yeah,
that's
he.
another kind of like it's not really like a hip hop beat, and they were able to execute what they do best on it. You know what I mean? So that's one of those
Yeah,
tracks where they were kind of like stepping out their comfort zone on that too. So it just goes to show like it don't matter, like if you got the talent, if you got that pen, you could do whatever. You could do some hip
yeah,
hop shit or some trap shit, and still make it sound dope. You know what I mean?
yeah, man. So is that trap sound like your kind of your specialty when it comes to like that?
Yeah,
What's
I
your?
I feel like it is. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Give me one
I
second.
like
I'm
that.
sorry.
So, had to say goodnight to everybody, huh? Yeah, man.
Sorry about that. I had my kiddos in the studio. They're about to
I
be.
hear it. I hear it. Hey,
Take it
that's
back.
dope. Hey, that's what. Get them early. Get them in there early, so everybody know. Everybody know I do something. They know I
Yeah.
do something around here. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? Hey, that's dope. Now, just on that whole tip, man. I think you're this that. So let me ask you a question, because I'm from Cali, so we do things a little different out here. What's the difference between drill and trap?
Uh, I feel like drill is more aggressive. I mean, drill has a whole different sound.
Yeah, I
You got
kind
the
of
UK
don't.
drill. The UK drill has
Yeah,
a different like kind of like beat pattern to it. Like, but it's still it's still for me it sounds like trap, but it's got just a whole different like swing for the drums. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Everything in music is the swing of the drums. Like if you put a different type of swing, like a trap swing to a hip hop beat, you could do it all. You know what I mean? It all depends on the swing of the pattern of, you know, every genre has a specific pattern of how the kicks and the drums go to make it that genre. Even on reggaeton,
that's right.
it got like a, doom, doom, like it's kind of slower tempo. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But it's all on the drum pattern and tempo too. So that's what makes it
yeah,
that.
man.
But drill and trap are kind of like they live in the same, you know.
Yeah, it kind of,
Huh?
like you said, they do live in the same thing, but it's different. It's different. It's definitely different. It's
Uh-huh.
definitely because I wouldn't even think that as being a kind of drill song like
Mhm.
that type of beat, but it's kind of cousin like in the same realm as that.
Yeah.
You kind
Yep.
of can bop the same way. You know what I'm
Uh huh.
saying?
Yep.
But yeah, no, that's dope though. I like it because it kind of gets away, like you said, gets away from that whole idea of the
Mhm.
drill thing,
Yeah. Uh huh.
and y'all kind of like doing some real rapping
Uh huh.
on that
Yep.
shit, man. I
Yep.
love it though. So that shit
Thanks,
was
man.
that shit was nice.
Thanks,
That's
man.
clean ass song.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Now let me ask you a question, because the other day we was on this panel with SMG Jimmy. He said
Hmm.
they had some kind of party or some shit, some SMG party or some shit out there.
I believe so. I think it was like a Christmas party, or
Yeah,
I'm
some
not
kind of
sure.
Christmas party.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah.
Okay, you didn't fuck with that.
No, I didn't go. I wasn't able to. I
Yeah,
don't. I don't. I'm like living in the studio right now, and kind of like
I
I
hear
got
it
a
though.
car accident. I ain't got no car, so I'm over
Oh
here catching Ubers.
man, oh man, ain't nothing
Life
worse
right
than that,
now.
man. Yeah, man. Hey, oh man, ain't that's the worst when somebody come wreck your shit up, and then
Oh yeah, man.
now you got to figure out what you gonna do.
Yeah. Yep.
It's that's the worst, man.
Mhm.
I'm already knowing, man.
Yep.
Well, shit. Well, what's in the future, bro? What you got? What you kind of got going on moving forward? What y'all putting in the works?
Yeah, well, right now we're like maybe like 11 tracks into the new project. I'm not sure if we're gonna like do like an Eclipse part two or just name it something else. But
Okay.
we're working like every Monday we get up here and we work. I'm working with Words Include. I got a lot of artists that I'm working with. I have Lady EXO coming back from LA soon. She wants to work on some. I have my buddy LV, the guy. He was actually working on a project before whatever happened to him happened, and so that's on pause right now. But we got that completed almost. I'm working on a lot of stuff. You know, I work with a lot of different artists that come in here and you know, I'm working on projects too. You know, I got a lot of stuff that I'm working on, but mostly right now, uh, the part two of this project that I work with, Words and Clue. That's what I'm working on. And just
Okay.
yeah, I got my guy Jonathan. He's like my intern here, and I'm, you know, working with him and trying to, like the other day we sat down here. I'm like trying to make days where we could sit down and really like research some stuff that we could implement in our mixing and our music. So that's been dope too. So yeah, I just right now I'm just focusing and locking in on music and try to elevate the studio myself and make the dream real. I've learned how to be patient. You know, with music, you got to be patient because you never know.
Yeah.
Quit. You know, I've seen a lot of people that I admire and look up to that did music and they're no longer making music, and I don't ever want to fall into that category. You know, I want to follow through with it, and I want to keep doing it as long as I could. So, yeah, my goal is to continue to evolve and learn and keep getting better. You know, and eventually, I don't want to quit, and then, you never know how close you are to achieving all your dreams. So
Bro.
I'm gonna keep
Never
scratching.
know.
I'm gonna keep banging these walls down and open, trying to kick these doors in to finally get in. And I've learned patience. And I just my focus has never been to make the money or to be famous. My goal is to make good music. And you know, like it's to me is a pleasure. Like it fills me when I'm working with an artist and they come in and they think they're coming out of here with nothing good. When we finish the song and I'm done with my mixing, the look on their face and how excited they are of the song, and for them to tell me this song came out way better than I expected, and like, that's to me, that's rewarding in itself. So I'm focused on just continuing to love the music and continue to get better, and hopefully down the line, something special happens.
Hey man, I heard that, dude. I heard that. Now I know you just spoke about having your intern in there,
hmm
giving them advice and stuff, and talking about working. What advice would you give a young producer that's trying to that's just at the house in his closet right now,
the
sitting there
same
in the closet with the keyboard trying to figure it out?
the same thing I told this to everybody, like whenever they're going through whatever they're going through, because a lot of people get into it for the wrong reasons. Like I feel like music for me is an outlet. It's an outlet for my feelings and just to feel better. So like, don't forget like why you started making music. Like I love music. It makes me feel good. So like, just keep at it, keep doing it. Like everybody starts at zero. Nobody starts at 100. So keep building, keep working, work with as many people as you can. Music can be shady. Stay away from that shady shit. Like, I've been in circles where, people are just don't want to see you succeed. Just know who you got around you all the time and who's pushing you and who's, you know, just waiting for you to fall on your face. Like just
Yeah,
yeah, keep
man.
keep the negative energy out of your circle. Always stay around positive people. Like I'm a person where I could read the room. Like I know when, all right, that guy's on bullshit. Oh, I know this guy's full of shit. I know this guy's blowing smoke up my ass. I could sense all that. Like just stay focused on your craft, And just like I said, remember why you started doing it. The love should never fade, and it should never, just because you got 30 streams, like it's okay, like little by little, you keep doing it. That
Right.
shit grow, man. Like don't let that unmotivate you, and be a student of the game. Like
Yeah.
don't act, don't feel like you're like the hottest rapper, hottest producer, hottest engineer. Like soak in, like even right now with my intern, like he's teaching me shit, and he's starting off, he's already showing me shit that I didn't know. So like
Yeah.
even at the beginning level, like you still could teach somebody something that's been doing it for years.
Yeah.
What I mean?
Of
So,
course,
and
because
it
there's
works
new
both
stuff
ways.
out there.
Yeah, don't close yourself off to people giving you, especially people that are close to you, and mean well, you know, when they give you advice. Like
Hmm.
don't take it personal. Just use it as fire to continue to, man, it doesn't sound good. What can I do to make it sound good? Or what can I do to make this beat better? Like even now, like when I'm making beats here, I'm always looking back at the guys for confirmation. Like, do y'all fuck with that? Do y'all need me to change something? Do you think it sound good? And they tell me no. I don't take it personal. I just, okay, we're gonna make it sound good then.
I
Like
mean,
that's
and
the attitude you gotta have. Yeah.
that's the realest. Like
Huh?
that's what happens. I mean, I've heard a lot of stories about songs being what songs they are because back in the day somebody turns like, nah, that ain't it, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That ain't it. And I'm like, oh, it ain't it? Oh, I'm gonna
Yeah.
show you, motherfucker.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Show you what it is then. And then they come with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a lot
It's
of
a
times that's what happens.
it's a learning curve, man. Like music is very technical. Like I remember like going into Pro Tools and being like, "Fuck, how the fuck am I
I
gonna
know.
learn this?" But in the back of my head, I'm like, "Next year, I'll be better than today." And
That's what I was talking about.
uh-huh.
I get into Pro Tools
Mm-hmm.
and like you said, like I had my own studio. I had a whole studio set up. I got
Hell yeah.
all the good shit, everything. I had a nice studio, and I locked in. I figured out, and then I
Mm-hmm.
started shooting videos, and then like I went back and I was like, I
Gotta
don't know how to
remember.
do shit. I
Yeah.
can't remember how to put the get
Mhm. The
the
bug.
microphone to plug
Yeah.
into the effects and the I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I was good at this. I was doing everything back then,
Uh-huh.
and I started right when auto tune first came out. I was
Uh-huh.
doing it, so I was figuring out how to get the auto tune right, everything. I
Uh-huh.
can't do nothing, bro. I can't
Yeah.
do nothing. I don't even think I
Uh-huh.
can get my microphone to work right now in auto tune right now.
Yeah. It's
Just to
crazy.
come out sounding boo boo, just regular. Just I
Yeah,
can't
it
even
takes a
get
lot
that.
of. It's like muscle. Like you gotta. It's like
Yeah,
exercising. Like you gotta keep doing it
yeah.
in order for
You
you
got to
to.
do it every
Yeah.
day
Uh
and
huh.
just keep going. I sat in there for hours. That's why I know what it takes to be what you do because
Mhm.
like this first engineer that I really messed with that was dope. That's how he was. He was just like you, kind of just very
Mhm.
just tied. Like he got everything lined up, ready to go, and so he
Mhm.
just used to. And so I kind of like watched him, and I had my own shit. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna emulate what he do. So I
Yep.
got into it, but once again, bro, I
Uh
got
huh.
out of it for about a good year, and I was like, let me get back in.
Mhm.
What? What do you do? What?
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, I'm
Mhm.
done. I
Yeah.
can't even get back to that.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like I treat every song like if it was mine. Like how
I
this
feel
is
you.
my song. Like how would I want it to sound? Like, and for me, if I was an artist, like I would, as an artist, working with me as an engineer's working with me as an artist, he would hate me because I am so like picky and like let's do it again. Like the
Oh,
other day,
yeah.
I did a song here the other night, and I had my intern Jonathan in here, and I was like, I'm telling you right now, I'm the hardest artist you'll ever work with because
Uh,
I'm going to be in there for hours in the booth till we get it right. You're going to learn patience today because, man, if I was an engineer and I had to record myself, man, it's tough. So and I feel like
man.
that's why I'm good at what I do because like I'm very analytical and like I don't settle for just anything. I'll tell artists, nah, let's do that again. Let's do it again. Like it don't sound good. And I treat it
You
as
in
my own.
there?
Yeah.
If you're in there, you might as well do it the right way, man.
Yeah, man.
That's how I look at it. That's how I
Hmm.
look at it. If you're in there, you might as well do it the right way.
Yeah.
Because if you're just wasting your time, you're down there, and then 2 weeks later, you mad listening to it, and you're
Uh-huh.
like, oh, no, I could have did it better. I already
Yeah.
know. That's
And
what we
I'm here
both
for,
do.
and artists like this. You'd be crazy. It's crazy the amount of artists that are very insecure about their music. Like I feel like in music, me as an audio engineer, it takes a couple sessions before, or even with one artist, it took me years for them to even have a conversation with me at the studio. Like I feel like a lot of artists kind of like they doubt themselves, and I
Oh, yeah.
know when somebody got it in them, like nah, man, like we're gonna do that, like we're gonna sing. You got the voice, you could do it, like, and if you don't worry, I got you. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna make it sound good, like Jimmy's a perfect
Hmm.
example of one of those artists that I felt like he was kind of like holding himself back over his potential because
Yeah.
like we all kind of like, should I do this? I don't think I could do this. I could pull this off,
Yeah, I don't think I could do
Yeah.
this particularly.
Hmm.
It doesn't feel right because it's out of my comfort zone.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And there's just this I don't know, like people think that because you're a rap artist and you can't sing, you can't do nothing else but rap, but if you're good at both, like why not do it both, do
Yeah,
both?
you might as well do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has a real strong voice though too.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I tell them all the time, like, bro, you good, man. Like, like you sound better than half these guys that are out here doing it. Like it's all in a matter of time. Due time. Like you're gonna be up there with them. You know what I mean?
No,
So,
definitely. Yeah,
yeah.
he need to keep doing them courses. I think
Hmm.
that'll definitely push him. I think
Yeah.
them courses will definitely push him over the top too.
Yeah.
Cause you got a good
Absolutely.
sound. Definitely got a
Hmm.
good sound, man. Shit, man. Well, like I said, do you want to let the people know anything you got popping so everybody can be ready
Yeah,
for
man.
whatever you
I'm
got
just
going?
I'm just here, man. Like I'm every Tuesday, every other Tuesday, I drop a behind the mix. I'm working constantly. I showcase everything on my Instagram, AQ RunItBack. So anything that you see on there is what I'm working on. Like I'm all over the place. I work with a lot of people. So um, specifically right now, I'm working with Words and Clue on the next project, Full Eclipse Part Two. We got the music video for Gone dropping. We finalized it, so maybe uh, this Friday or on the weekend we're gonna drop it. That's Gone from off the project, but yeah, man, I got my hands in a little bit of everything, so I try to stay busy and continue to elevate. So
All right, man. Is y'all dropping a video with that or is it just a song?
it's a song from the Full Eclipse. It's called Gone. And we had a
Okay.
special feature. We had like a little contest going on for that. We had like a 16 bar challenge, and
Oh, okay.
we had artists like submit their 16 bars, and out of everybody that submitted, we had one winner, and yeah, he's featured on that song. Yeah, his name is
Okay.
Shy Tone. He's a young talented kid, and we put him on the music video and the song. So that's from the project, the Gone song. Yeah, we got
Okay.
yeah. hmm
Oh, all right.
My boy, Nino, great creator, shot the video and edited it. So yeah, he's
So that's
awesome.
coming out this week? That's coming out?
Yeah, this week sometime. Yeah, I just got to sit down with him
Okay.
and put it out there. So, but yeah, it's coming
Oh
out.
yeah, well,
Mhm.
hey, I'm definitely gonna be. And what channel is that gonna be on? The AQ Running Back channel?
Um, I I I don't think so. I want to put it on my boy's channel because he's trying to grow his channel. So I'm like, man, put it on your channel. Add me as a collaborator. So it's gonna be on his channel, but I'll definitely like it'll be on my page as a collaborator.
Okay.
I'll send you the link and stuff so you can check it out.
Hey man. Hey, look, I
Hmm.
definitely want to check it out, man. I got to do my reaction. I'm gonna see what y'all got popping out there.
Hell yeah,
Let's
man.
see
Hell
what's
yeah.
happening, man. So
Uh huh. And
shit,
right now, I'm gonna drop a song that I did uh, the other day. So I'm dropping that, and I'm kind of thinking of, like I said, I'm kind of working on something for myself and see what I could do with it. Just for the love of it, and see how far I can push myself. Because for a long time I could sit down and mix the shit out of somebody else's song, but for the life of me, I can't get myself to sound right. You know, for some reason, I can never get myself to sound right. But yeah, I'm gonna work on a passion project and do something for myself.
You see, Mr. SMG Jimmy said, "I better be on that."
You know it.
He said he better be on that shit for sure. All
Uh-huh.
right, he ain't
Yeah.
playing, man. So,
Mhm.
like I said, I appreciate you, man, for coming through
Thank,
and talking about your music and just gracing your boy, And like I said,
I appreciate it,
I
man.
I,
Thank you.
I love the production. I love your engineering. It sounds so good.
Thank
Can't
you.
hear more music from you three, because I feel like if y'all had that as the first project, I can only imagine what this second project is going to be with y'all
Definitely.
cooking. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Hell
sure
yeah.
it's bars everywhere.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Because I'm sure my guy he in his bag right now because he was already pinned up at the end of that damn rundown. So I know
Oh yeah, man.
the more you just
Uh-huh.
you
We,
get
we were just in here
in that
today.
zone.
We just got 2 tracks done today. So yeah,
Too. Oh,
yeah, we did one on
oh,
Monday, and then yesterday, and then today we worked on some other stuff. So we got 2 songs
all
done in 2 days.
right.
Yeah,
Well, the new one. How many tracks is the new one gonna be?
man, I don't know, to be honest. Like we're just working on songs, and then like
They gonna
choosing
figure it out.
which ones we're going,
Yeah.
like, all right, this one's gonna make the project. We could just drop this one as a single, But
Yeah.
yeah,
All right, man. Hey, well, I'm wait. I can't wait, man. You let me know when the new song drop, or the new video drop, whatever, with the remix on it, and then let me know whenever y'all actually ready to put that out, man. Maybe we'll get all three of y'all on here,
oh hell
do a
yeah,
little listening
I'm
party
down.
or something, man.
Oh yeah, we'll be super down for that.
That'd be dope.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, that'd be dope. In fact, let's do that, bro.
Do it.
Let's
I'm in
do
it.
listen,
I'm
listen
in it.
party
Oh
for
yeah.
the new album. You know what I'm saying? We can listen
Hell
to all
yeah.
the shit and see what's
Hell yeah.
happening.
That'll be
Get
dope. That's a good
everybody on
idea.
here.
Listening party online. That'll be dope.
Yeah, let's do that, bro. For
I'm with
sure.
it. Yeah. Hell
I
yeah.
will host it, man. It's your boy, old man HUDA, baby.
Hell
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
man. So I appreciate you coming
My
out
pleasure.
and doing this for your boy. And shout
Thank
out
you.
to Clue. Shout out to my boy Words. That's my guy, man. Definitely a cool cat, man. I see how y'all can definitely be cool with each other because y'all both got that same kind of temperament, just low key, just
Mm-hmm.
about business. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
So I love it, man.
Thank you, man. I
So
appreciate
I
it. Thank you for
appreciate you
having me,
for
man.
coming.
It's
And
always dope talking about
everybody,
music.
everybody out there, y'all make sure y'all hit his channel up, AQ RunItBack on YouTube. Get it up there. Did you hit that 1,000 yet? You hit that 1,000?
I did, yeah, actually. Yep.
Yeah, there we go. Hey,
Yeah.
get him going here,
Yeah.
man. So he can get this money. Quit
Hell yeah.
playing. Hey, so you know what I'm saying? Thank you for coming, and y'all thank y'all for coming. And we're gonna try to keep doing Backstage Pass. I'm trying to do it Tuesdays and Thursdays. You know what I'm saying? Try to be consistent with it. It's just like
Mm-hmm.
y'all, trying to be consistent. Gotta have some consistency. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm trying to do. So, and I
I
was gonna ask you if you got some other underground artists,
Yeah, I was going to mention that. I got a bunch of artists I'll
bro,
put on. I'll let them know. I'll send them your
bro,
way.
send me
Sure.
the info, bro, and I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
reach out, man. And any underground artist is watching this, hit me up, man. I'm here for the underground folks. I want to interview y'all, see what y'all doing, listen to a little music, man, and I love it. So thank you for coming. Thank y'all for coming. Oh man, HUDA, it's my man AQ RunItBack. We up out of here, man.
Go.
Like last year, baby.